you see them defend Pascal Siakam in the last game compared to, I guess, games 2 through 4? Did you see any differences last game?
No, not really. I mean, I think they started the series backing off them, and then they obviously in game 2 went to putting a bigger body on them so they could really back off them. You know, I give him a lot of credit for staying confident to go ahead and start taking those shots. We've never ever told him to not shoot those.
Was he that much physically better in game 5 than 4, or was it more than that?
I mean, I think he was better, right? Again, I don't know to what degree, but he was certainly physically better than he was the game before that. I don't know by how much, but again, I think he just he's a very determined person, right? And I think that he's always kind of bounced back from any little setbacks or any coverages or any teams that played him a certain way. He tries to figure out a way to combat it, and I don't know, like, I have a lot of confidence in his shooting, and he does too. So I'm glad that he made some. We'll see what happens tonight.
Anyone else?
What do you attribute, like, the defensive job you guys have done on Embiid during this series? I know obviously his illness is probably a factor, but you know, what else, like, defensively that you guys are doing?
Well, I think that you know, we went into the series thinking we had a couple guys that could guard him. You know, Gasol's a really good defender. Ibaka's a really good defender. We thought we would share time with those guys on him. Didn't quite turn out that way. I think Mark's been the matchup really, and you know, so we've gotten to more of trying to match that up a little bit. They've made us do some things that change our rotations a little bit, etc. to do that. So that's the first part. Second part is our, you know, the team has done a pretty good job defending him. You know, we've given a lot of help and tried to send a bunch of different coverages to keep him out of rhythm a little bit. But again, he had one game where we couldn't stop anything he was doing too. So we got to be ready to go tonight.
How much do you think about risk reward as far as crowding the paint with him and with Simmons and sending help, and how much has that sort of been on your mind during the course of the series? And let's hope that we don't get burned because of what we're doing to sort of protect the basket.
Yeah, I think you always have that on your mind when you're sending double teams, right? The players in this league are too good. They've seen too many double team situations. You know, the coaches make adjustments. You know, it's just a matter of you're gonna have to, if you're gonna send two to the ball, then somebody should be open. And if you know, you got to do a good job in your traps, and you got to have some high hands. You got to try to make those passes out not be, you know, that crisp and fast and things like that. So you got a chance to rotate. But you know, it's a thing of, you know, sometimes you got to pick what you're trying to do, and if your priority is to keep it out of someone's hands or keep them from shooting, then you're probably expecting to have to make rotations and somebody else to get a shot up.
Is there, I don't know, as you've gone on, have you gotten better at knowing where the next rotation is? Like, okay, you know, where are we going once the ball starts moving and guys being on a string in that?
Yeah. I mean, we've done a pretty good job. I think some of that's rotation and familiarity with where guys are. But listen, they've done a really good job of moving people around, so it doesn't look the same game to game or even half to half. So it comes back down to, are you executing a good trap, and are you hustling your butt off? You know, really, it's a lot about are you in, are you out, are you great with your hands, are you great with your feet, are your closeouts good once you do get out? Are your guys communicating, right? And again, I think it's way more of a want to than it is a scheme, you know. And we've been okay with that most games.
Nick, what can you say about the trust level you have with Mark? He hasn't had that much time to play with the team, but especially the last couple games, he's added that extra element for you.
Yeah, I mean, he's an awfully good player. We've benefited a great deal from having him here in a lot of ways. You know, I think he's he's certainly kind of like a captain of our defense, right? Because he's back there kind of directing traffic. He's very smart in what he does defensively, and he's very big, right? And he's not afraid to bang and all those kind of things. And then offensively, he's he's made us, I think, pass the ball a little bit more, just contagiously, and he's made our team a little bit more diverse. Because again, he pops, and if you want to send your doubles and he's open, we want him to shoot those too. Or if you want to protect the rim with your big, you kind of always have an outlet out there with him, a safe one, not only a shooting one, but a guy, if he wants to make the next play, can do that too. So he's been a huge addition.
Brett likes to say, and he's repeated all through the series, that you guys have been the #1 3-point shooting team since Mark came. And just in watching film, has the ball's moving better? Has the opportunities, the shots you're getting, are they that much better? That is kind of the shot.
Yeah, I mean, I think both those things. The ball has moved a little bit more, and I agree with you as well. It's maybe not a huge thing you can see, but an extra quarter, half second, or an extra stride in a closeout or a challenge, I think that makes a big difference in percentage. And I just think both those things. I think the passing's a little bit more contagious. It's been a little bit more crisp and on target, and I think that helps shooting percentage.
Thanks very much, everyone.
Thank you.